Hello students, I hope you all are fine. So take out chapter number 3, the Northern Plains, which is on page number 17. In this chapter, we will study about location of the Northern Plains, the land in the Northern Plains, the Satluj Basin, the Ganga Basin, the Brahmaputra Basin, and life in the Northern Plains. The northern plains are called the food bowl of India because plenty of food crops are grown here. Due to the presence of alluvial soil, that is a soil which is formed by fine silt brought by rivers from the hills, and availability of water, for example, rice, wheat, oilseeds, etc. Students, our today's objective is to know about the location and land of Northern Plains, and here are the terms regarding today's topic. First term is plains. It means flat and fertile land, for example, the Northern Plains. Second, alluvial plain, a plain formed by fine silt brought by rivers from the hills. Third, tributary, a small river joining into a big river. Fourth, perennial river, a river which flows throughout the year. Fifth, basin, an area drained by a river and its tributaries, for example, the Ganga basin. Let's start reading from book now. Location of Northern Plains. The Northern Plains lie to the south of the Himalayan region. It is a vast plain and level land between the Himalayas in the north and Deccan Plateau in the south. It extends from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. So encircle plains, as this is a term and the meaning of plains is flat and fertile land. And underline vast and write huge. So this paragraph means that Northern Plains lie between the Himalayas and Deccan Plateau. In the north of the Northern Plains, we have Himalayas, and in the south of Northern Plains, we have Deccan Plateau. And students, it extends from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. Let's start reading land. The soil in this plain is made from the sediments brought down by the rivers from the Himalayas. Such a plain is called an alluvial plain, and it is very fertile. So underline sediments here, and the meaning of sediments is material like stones, sand, silt carried by water and wind and deposit on the surface of the land and encircle alluvial plain, as this is a term. See, we know that soil plays an important role for growing any type of crop, and the soil in the northern plain is very fertile because it is formed by the sediments brought down by rivers from the Himalayas, and this plain is called alluvial plain because of this reason only. And we have done the term of alluvial plain, which means a plain formed by fine silt brought by rivers from the hills. And due to this thing only, this plain is very fertile and very good for growing crops. Let's start reading further. The Northern Plains is one of the largest and most fertile plains of the world. It is the most thickly populated region in India. Most of the crops grown in India are grown here. See students, we discussed in the first chapter that there are two types of plains in India, northern plains and the coastal plains. And like that only, there are a number of plains in the world, and among those plains, northern plains is one of the largest and very fertile plains in the world. So students, these lines mean that northern plains is one of the largest and most fertile plains, and fertile plains means the plains which are good for growing crops, as most of the crops in India are grown here, and that is why it is called the food bowl of India. Come on the fifth line. Let's start reading. The three main rivers that flow through this plain are the Satluj, Ganga, Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. These rivers are fed by the melting snow of the Himalayas. They are called the perennial rivers as they have water throughout the year. An area through which a river and its tributaries flow is called a basin. So encircle tributaries, perennial rivers, and basin, as these are our terms. See students, Satluj, Ganga, and Brahmaputra are the three main rivers which flow through northern plains with their tributaries. And these rivers are filled up by the melting snow of the Himalayas. And we know that when snow melts, it turns into water. And these rivers are called perennial rivers. Perennial rivers are those which flow throughout the year, and basin means an area drained by a river and its tributaries, for example, Ganga basin. See in this picture, it will be more clear to you, right? So this is a basin, and with this only we have completed today's topic. Students, I hope you have understood today's topic. So now your homework is to revise terms plus write them on copy and do read today's topic. Thank you.